Hi, this is Dr. Otto Janke, Executive Board Officer for your New York Chiropractic Council. We have a special guest coming up. We'll be speaking at the council's event, October 16th, 17th, 18th. We're going to be blowing the top off your head, literally, with Dr. Tom Culleton. Tom, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Otto. Appreciate being here, man.
How's Austin, Texas doing?
Austin, Texas is a little bit warmer than upstate New York this time of the year.
I don't believe you.
Place to be.
Don't believe you. Tom, you're talking about feeding the brain. What's going to be, first of all, what's the biggest changes we've seen in the neurology of the brain over the last 5-10 years?
Yeah, so Otto, we're going to be doing a lot with regards to brain. We don't have a lot of time to do the seminar, unfortunately, but as we all know, chiropractic, and when I lectured before for the council, there's research documenting how well and powerful chiropractic adjustments are to enhance brain function, to change neurological function. And we've shown some video case studies of that in the past. And so neurology just continues to really empower and solidify what chiropractic has talked about since the beginning of time, enhancing brain function, removing interference. So correcting subluxations always enhances brain function. So that's part one. There's other ways now that we can map that and trace that and see how things are changing. But one of the other factors that we've ignored for a long period of time is how do we feed the brain? And that's what we're really going to be talking about more so at the seminar, kind of as a little introduction, a teaser, and talking about a lot of things that chiropractors do anyway, but how do we help support and enhance the brain function a little bit more through feeding the brain? So Awesome. It won't be so much concentrating on adjustments and how adjustments stimulate the brain. It's going to be more talking about things like blood sugar control and how different ones impact it, and how anemia is never allowed, and how blood pressure and movement nutrition or exercise, how all these things are critically important to drive the system.
Awesome. And what do you think the tidal wave of Alzheimer's dementia, when do you think that's, how big is that, and how much are we going to be massively blown over by that?
Yeah, Alzheimer's is a big tsunami that's on its way. And when they really look at Alzheimer's, it's a brain neurodegenerative disorder, no different than any other brain neuro disorder. And what we're learning more and more is that it's the simplicity of, doing Alzheimer's walks to raise money is good and all, but if the people would just walk on a regular basis and control their blood sugar and go to their chiropractor, then we would enhance brain physiology and decrease the likelihood. Type 3 diabetes is actually called Alzheimer's. It's in the Journal of Diabetes. Type 3 diabetes is Alzheimer's. So, it behooves us as practitioners to get the adjustments, and all the chiropractors talk about, eating a better diet and exercise. So we're going to talk specifically about those things, and maybe you and I can just kind of touch on a few of those today, just as a teaser for the group.
Absolutely. So we're seeing the tidal wave of the tsunami of those neurodegeneratives. Where are some other neurodegeneratives that they're just popping up all the time too? I see a lot of MS in my office also.
Yep, MS is a big one. And actually, I'm presenting next week in Orlando for the International Association of Functional Neurology and Rehabilitation. And we're going to be talking about the autoimmune disorders and relationship of MS and neuromyelitis optica, and how chiropractic and nutritional support and all these things can help change and enhance, whatever the disorder might be. Whether you're looking at MS, Alzheimer's, and then of course attention deficit, the whole autistic world is another scenario, and then movement disorders, and some of the big things really are just going to be maybe not full-blown Alzheimer's, but just lack of focus and concentration, and how do things like testosterone play a role in that, and how do adjustments and how do improving your overall physiology, how does that enhance you so maybe you don't ever have to take testosterone replacement of these sort of things. So it's all the things that we're going to be looking at.
Awesome. October 16th, 17th, 18th, down at the council's our big convention down in Terrytown. Have you ever been to Terrytown, Ben?
I've been to Terrytown. I've presented there 2-3 times now. Actually, right over here is my thank you plaque from the New York Chiropractic Council. I posted on my wall.
That was nice how you did that.
Yeah, very nice. Right there. Yes.
Nice.
And so I love coming to Terrytown. I love the group. It's a very vibrant group, and it's a very passionate group. And it's rewarding when I come there And I really want to inspire, just with some of the knowledge base that we have, we just like to share with you guys so people leave with more passion and a better ability to serve all those patients that need our help.
Awesome. I'm gonna leave Tom. I'm gonna leave your email number, email address right down here at the bottom, so people can contact you. Because we talked about your sites are gonna be up and running in a little time because you got so many changes going on. But we appreciate your expertise, Tom. Your love of the tick and love about helping people get even healthier. And I got to tell you, one of the things that we talk about, the tsunami of healthcare. It's we are the docs going to be able to lead this way to change this, and we got to have more people like you, Tom, leading the way.
Well, I appreciate that, Otto, and I think yourself and the whole crew, everybody involved with the council, is doing a great job. And we're just really looking forward to coming there, and we're going to talk to the group about how does blood sugar impact, because all of us have diabetics. And, in my practice, every single type 2 diabetic, every one of them within 6 months is no longer diabetic. And, if you can control their blood sugar, the adjustment you give them is going to be that much better. Sure. If we can take somebody who has anemia and get rid of their anemia, then when you give them that awesome adjustment, regardless of your technique, it's going to make the adjustment more powerful if you're not dealing with blood sugar issues, with anemia, if their thyroid hormones are out of whack, or testosterone or estrogens are out of whack. And of course, the movement nutrition. We all tell our patients to exercise. There's great ways of doing it to stimulate brain, and some ways that maybe aren't as beneficial. So we're going to be talking about all of those. And then, of course, Otto, the impact of gut on brain, this whole world of leaky gut. And leaky gut gives you brain disorders. We'll show you MRIs, like people who have brain lesions because of leaky gut.
Sure.
And so we're going to talk about all those relationships in a very short period of time on the Sunday afternoon. So hopefully everybody hangs around and should be recovered from the boat trip the night, or we don't do the boat trip anymore, but at least from the gala the night before.
Right to the boat trip.
Yes, we should. We'll have a great time together sharing the knowledge.
Tom, I was reading a short time ago about it wasn't that long ago, the best medical thinking was that the brain and the body were two separate entities. How idiotic is that? And now we're seeing such the connection between one and the other that we can't take care of just the brain. You can't take care of just the body. We got to take care of you, the person.
Absolutely. And I think that's why, again, in that last little component there of caring, there's no more care in healthcare. And I think chiropractors are really the ones who really sit down, put your hands on you, and sit down and cry with you and hug you and really sincerely care for the patients and want to do everything in our power to help facilitate improvement in their life, the quality of their life, whatever that might be. Awesome.
Absolutely awesome. Again, October 16th, 17th, 18th down at Tarrytown, New York for our yearly convention. Dr. Tom Culleton is going to be closing out the show, talking about feeding the brain. I got to tell you, that's going to be absolutely phenomenal stuff, Tom. Phenomenal stuff. I appreciate you coming up from Austin, Texas. I don't think you're going to need a parka, but you might need to have one anyways. Just
Yeah, I don't know if I got rid of my parka actually when I moved from Rome, New York, but I still have a couple turtlenecks. Maybe I'll have to pull one out of the closet.
That would be a good look, by the way. That would be a very good look to bring up there. I'm sure no one will say anything to you, Tom. Dr. Tom Culleton, we appreciate your time today, and we'll see you in just a few weeks down in Tarrytown, New York. Tom, thank you so much.
Thanks, Otto. Peace out. Go Horns.